Hey YouTube. Hey guys, this is Blue Flare 2004, and I do apologize for not uploading videos lately, but I know it's late, but I just want to get this video uploaded anyway. It's a Star Wars video, and this video is about the review of an Atari 2600 game that I don't have physically at all. And I have the Atari 5200 version of this game. Unfortunately, I don't have the controller for it right now because the last analog joystick for the Atari 5200 console I have, the controller stopped working. So I can't play that one, unfortunately. However, for now I'm just going to review the Atari 2600 port of a popular arcade game that I played in both the Game On arcade place in the Smith Haven Mall and also the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo. It's basically an arcade game known as Star Wars the Arcade Game, published by Atari and in collaboration with the Star Wars filmmakers. It was a cool arcade game that uses those vector graphics. It has like speech synthesis feature, and I'm just showing you a photograph of the screenshot of the arcade as well as the arcade cabinet, just to give you an idea of what the arcade version of the game looks like. But the question is, how do you take a ultimate vector graphic arcade game and put it on an Atari 2600 cartridge? Well, let's find out. However, the only way I could play this game, since I don't have the physical cartridge, is the same way as the rest of the games on my Atari Game Station Pro. So let's turn on this controller, boot up the console, and see what it has to offer. So this game has a copyright date of 1983. The arcade version has that copyright year, 1983, but the Atari 2600 port got released in 1984. So here's what the Atari 2600 port looks like. It looks kind of limited. The graphics look limited, but you don't judge the gameplay by its graphics. However, as you can see, I'm having a hard time trying to navigate the joystick. Even though the joystick is 8 digital directions, which you may think is any better than playing with the analog joystick on the Atari 5200, but nope. Unfortunately, the game is no better. The controls are so frustrating, so sluggish, and awkward acceleration. Most common complaints is the stop and shoot mechanic. Unlike the original arcade version, you cannot move your target reticle while firing, which severely slows down the pace, your own pace. The levels are kind of limited on the Atari 2600 version, which is to be expected on the Atari 2600 port of this game, which it's fine. But they had to flat out ruin the game by ruining its controls? Are they serious? Are they serious right now? And the collision detection, some critics have noted that the aiming can be a frustrating experience due to the spotty collision detection and the TIE fighters. And this is what happens when you blow up the Death Star. The flashy colors is the reasons why you should play an Atari 2600 game, but this game, I'm not so sure. And the game repeats, except the walls are added on the second level, so the levels are repeating overall in this game, where you shoot TIE fighters, shoot the towers, and basically shoot enemy attacks or dodge them. And you only have 8 shields. as opposed to 9 shields on the arcade version. And once all your shields are gone, if you take one more hit without any shields, then it's game over. So here's the second level of the walls. And as you can see, I'm taking hits because the controls are so awkward and so sluggish that the aim is so difficult to dodge the walls. And that's the game over sound effect. So you basically get the idea for this game. So in conclusion, what do I think about the Atari 2600 port of Star Wars the arcade game? Well, the graphics may be limited, which it's understandable that the Atari 2600 can be limited, that's one thing. But they had to flat out ruin the game by making the controls so sluggish and making the aiming so inconsistent and stuff. It's so absurd and ridiculous, you know? It's like, what were they thinking? I'm surprised the Angry Video Game Nerd didn't even complain about that part of the game. It's like, why? Why did he not mention that? What was he thinking? In fact, what were these developers thinking about this game? You know? So in conclusion, is this game any better than the Atari 5200 version? Well, I'm afraid it's no better than the Atari 5200 version, I'm afraid. Yeah, the controls are sluggish, and which makes the pace of the game inconsistent, and honestly, I don't know how they somehow rushed it into an Atari 2600 cartridge. It's just so absurd, you know? Yeah, so I swear, even Darth Vader would force choke the game to make it better. Like, you know, if he was here right now, I'm sure he would force choke the game to make it play better. So definitely type in the comments down below if you think he would do that. So there you have it, the review of Atari 2600 port of Star Wars the arcade game. Now, subscribe for more videos like this, and be sure to smash that like button if you agree with everything I have to say about this game. And be sure to comment down below if you think Darth Vader should force the game to play better. And furthermore, hit the notification bell. And I also appreciate if you check out my other videos. And I do apologize for the video not being uploaded on May 4th. I guess better late than never. And after all, Star Wars is my favorite. I'm into Star Wars a lot, so I grew up with Star Wars in my life, so in my childhood. I even played the Lego Star Wars video games too, so be elated. May the 4th be with you. Be elated. So also share my content and my channel with everyone you know, and may the 4th be with you, or may the Force be with you. This is Blue Flare 2004 signing off, and may the 4th be with you, or may the Force be with you.